What's up, boys? This is Dylan with the Prepared Father here, and today we're gonna kind of go over not just the rifle, but some of the changes I made to it, and how I got it to be a do-it-all rifle for me. Whether it's like home defense, or range day, or even practical field work. This RF-15 16-inch AR platform is my go-to. Let's break down why I built it this way, what I love, some lessons I learned the hard way. But anyway, let's get into it. So first thing is first, before you even start building or customizing a rifle, what you need to ask yourself is, what role is this gun going to play? Is it going to be a duty rifle? Is it going to be a hunting setup? Is it going to be strictly home defense? For me, I wanted something that was kind of versatile, that could, do a bunch of things and be good at it. So first, this is a clear mag, and there is nothing in there. Here, we'll let's keep it open for the video. So this is a rifle in my head that can handle close engagements, but still reach out to 100, 200 yards pretty confidently. So that's kind of why this build exists. Whether I need to, go outside to handle business, or go around corners in my own home. Which, I don't know if you listened to that Focus Trip podcast with Matt Pranka and Trench Grenade and shit. CQB isn't for you civilians. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like, that is the opposite of what someone with experience should be telling people. The Second Amendment is about the people being prepared. And when they say well-regulated, they meant, well-trained. All right. So anyway, let's start with the optics. First, I got a Monstrum Tactical 1-4 LPVO here. It's a combat zero at 40 yards. So I don't have this thing zeroed out to like 100 yards, but this is point of aim, point of impact, even to 80 to 100. On top I got the 80E Apollo red dot mounted on a piggyback for quick transitions. I found that it was easier to keep it on top rather than have it a 90 or 45 degree setup. These two together make this rifle incredibly adaptable and, as you know, super budget. Now, if you want more on the LPVO, I got a full review on my channel that's going to be coming, so check that out after this video. But, in short, the thing is rock solid so far. Next up is I changed the grip and the buttstock to Daniel Defense Furniture. One, because it looks hot. But, now these were an absolute pain in the ass to install. Like, I had to pound out the trigger guard with a roll pin, which was a pain in the ass. And then with the buttstock, dude, I swear to God, man, I don't know if you guys ever put on a buttstock from Daniel Defense, man, but you gotta, use the force of 3 grown men to do this. Like, I had to take a screwdriver, jam it in there to keep it from, falling back, and then pull it down. It was just not a ideal situation. Now, I'm talking roll pins that refuse to budge, which probably is more Radical's issue, but, I guess it's not really an issue, especially if you're trying to fix it. You definitely want something that's going to stay in there. But was it worth it? Absolutely. These upgrades are miles ahead of standard Magpul furniture, and way, way better than my old stock. My issue with my old stock was that I had to overextend it past to where I wanted to use it, because the cheek riser on the FAD or FAB stock, Fab Defense, yeah, that's it. The cheek riser kept getting in the way. So, when I would try to charge it, I would have to, pull it out farther. Not to mention, it had this annoying wiggle. This thing has a slight bit of wiggle, but, dude, this thing, jiggle jaggled, you know what I mean? And, for Daniel Defense, that doesn't really do that. This thing has been rock solid. No more compromises, at least on the furniture. Um, Moving down to this front grip, this is a BCM front grip. Now I've got it reversed, so the curve is inward. Um, and in my head and in my hands, it is much more comfortable instead of against it. It's subtle, but it makes a difference in comfort and control for me. So for the charging handle here, though, I have a Strike Industries. People talk shit about Strike Industries. I'm not completely sure why, but it's big enough for a confident grip when I'm charging the rifle, but not so bulky that it messes with how the rifle rests against my plate carrier or my chest rig. Um, a great design here. And finally, the muzzle device is a Strike Industries Venom flash hider. I don't know if you guys can see that on cam. Let's see. Can you? Yeah, you can. It's a Venom flash hider, and look, the 223 or 5.56 doesn't have like a ton of recoil on it already. So like I wasn't particularly devoted to getting a compensator. But what I did want was to eliminate that huge fireball that screams, "Hey, I'm over here!" Um, and in a shit hits the fan scenario or even home defense, I definitely want to remain unseen until I have to be seen, if you know what I mean. And the flash hider, the Venom, does an absolutely amazing job of that. Low profile, effective, and incredibly sleek looking. Now let's talk about slings. Now I'm torn between this sling right here and this padded like Vickers sling or something. This is just like a stretchy sling I got on Amazon, I think. And dude, again, like I feel like the budget option is better. That like this bend here, this wiggle, really helps reduce that like bounce when you're in transitions from your rifle to your pistol. And for me, like I'm not having to do a whole bunch of that because I don't carry a rifle on duty or anything like that. I had a rifle pretty much all the time when I was working at asset protection, but I don't feel like I need it now. Um, just because like the only time I actually go out and do something is when I'm actually like I don't know training people or something like that. Um, but yeah, so I kind of swap them on a regular basis just to like figure out what's best for me. But if you've got a favorite, let me know in the comments below because I'd be open to trying different slings. Now, when it comes to ammo, my standard loadout is Winchester Silvertip, which has been super reliable for me. But for those longer shots where precision matters, I keep a couple mags loaded with Hornady Black ammo, and that's always good options to have. And obviously the green tips here. If you're gonna carry mags for a loadout, a combat loadout of like I don't know 6 to 10 mags, depending on what you got. I would definitely recommend one making sure your rifle can handle all the different types of ammo that you're going to put through it, but get a wide range of ammo because you definitely want to be able to throw as many rounds downrange as possible in a moment. But if you need to take it out, you could always switch out your mag and throw in like the silver tips, which are more precision rounds, or Hornady Black. So that's my setup, boys. It's really versatile. It's been reliable as hell for me. I've put even more rounds through this RF-15 since I put up the first shots video, and man, I just don't think someone can go wrong if they're on a budget with this. You know what I mean? So, whether you're looking to build something similar or just curious about my gear choices, I hope this breakdown gave you some ideas. Let me know in the comments what you think of this build, whether you think it's shit or whether you think it's dope, whatever. What upgrades you're running on your rifles. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, boys, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss it on future content because I know all the boys on the one team Shout out to Justin Wars, shout out to Stick, shout out to 2A on Point, shout out to Mighty Gun, shout out to Big O, shout out to all the boys that are out there making content, and a special shout out to Mitten Man Shoots. He's a 21-year-old out here putting rounds down range, actually training, and you gotta respect a young boy getting after it like that. So I'll see you in the next time, boys. Peace.